Welcome to Proust My Startup, the podcast that offers you a glimpse at the personalities of the people that make the local startup ecosystem in Malaysia. I'm Vanessa Muledus, aka Brand Shifu with an H on Instagram, the founder of North Branding Consulting Boutique Agency. I'm a brand strategist, 24/7 immersed by the sides of entrepreneurs, startups, and SME founders. As a brand consultant, a mentor, but also an entrepreneur program facilitator, an investment jury, and a business angel. In Proust My Startup, I want to really discover who are the people that make our local startup ecosystem. Because I'm a brand strategist, I want to understand how their personal brand might influence or shape the corporate brand of their organization. Today's episode is recorded from CloudMile's Center of Excellence in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia.
Startups thrive on innovation, and CloudMile is here to fuel that journey. As a leading AI and cloud technology company in Asia, they help businesses drive digital transformation and growth, leveraging machine learning, big data, and cloud solutions. With a team made up of certified technical experts and a strong network of technology partners, including being one of just 40 Google Cloud Managed Services providers globally, CloudMile has supported more than 1,200 companies through consulting, technical, and managed services. I've seen it firsthand with my own mentees, tech startup founders. The Center of Excellence in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, now offers startups a collaborative space to explore generative AI, data management, security, and more, and advance their digital competitiveness with cloud and AI adoption. So if, like them, you want to experience it yourself, visit today my.cloud. And now, back to our episode. Today's guests are twin brothers and co-founders Joshua Lim, CEO, and Joel Lim, COO at Buzz, formerly Beebag, a MarTech startup. So buckle up and let's take a deep dive. What is your idea of perfect happiness?
I have something. Before working, to me, a happy life would mean a lot of very material stuff, like being able to have maybe a luxury lifestyle. But ever since starting to work, I value more of a peace. Sometimes I would think having a happy life, spending time with family when they're still around, and then just being away to be mindful about myself. Just like a very calm life. I grow to be more appreciative of such settings and such environment. So, right. If to sum it up, maybe a period that I don't have to worry about whether there's maybe disaster, there's enough food on the table, but I can just without any stress or worry spend time with the people that I love. That would be happy life for me.
I see the evolution from the students to the person in charge.
Yeah. And for myself, I feel maybe on another take, perfect happiness is when the people I love and the people that are around me are also happy together. Because I feel like it's a bit useless if you're the only one that's happy when the people around you are also not in the most happy lifestyle, right? So for me, if I'm able to do something that would enable me to help all those around me to be happy, might be changing their values or might be providing for them, I think that would be the perfect happiness where everyone gets happy together. Yeah. So,
right.
Yeah.
Perfect. What is your greatest fear?
For now, I would say not being able to live up to what I would want to achieve. So there are certain goals and milestones, including business and including, a personal life. So the biggest fear is, not being able to achieve them. This is things that I can control. But the fears that I can control are, maybe the pass away of loved ones and things like that. But those are not something that I can really control about. But for things that I can control, it's not being able to live up to the expectations. Yeah.
Understand.
Yeah.
Joel?
For myself, somewhere similar down that line, but it's like to the point where I don't allow myself to get back up, because I think like as long as we can get back up, any hardships you should be able to overcome them. The worst thing that could happen is you do not allow yourself to get back up, and that's the end of it essentially. So that's the thing that I would say like, worry me most. But try every day to not stop, to not get down, to always get back up, stand back up, regardless of the circumstance.
All right.
Yeah.
What is the trait you most deplore in yourself?
Okay, I would say like too calculative. Because I do get complain about that sometimes. Like he complains about, why are you calculating about that? I mean, like this don't have to be so calculative about
more
that.
spontaneous, yeah.
Yeah, yes, exactly. Very too calculative, and then sometimes it might hinder some speed, especially in the business. You gotta make super fast decisions, so that could slow things down a little bit.
Understand.
Yeah, I would say that.
But you'll be the reasoning voice then.
Yes. I wouldn't be the one. Okay, like let's just calm down. Let's try to look at things like a few different perspectives.
Understand.
Yeah.
Good.
And I, on the other hand, is being too spontaneous, I would say. So sometimes I make decisions or make an action without thinking too much, going into too much detail, thinking about what's the consequences. So it's like fire and ice, right? So I think our stuff complement each other. So we meet like a middle ground. So I think, that's sometimes I wish I could be a bit more slower on and more thoughtful about making decisions. Yeah.
Interesting. So really complementary twins here, right?
Yeah.
Very good.
Complementary, and also that also means like fight every day.
Sure.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
Since we're fight every
I think
day.
the fire and ice is the good image. Yeah.
But it's because like we have been fighting since day one, so it's like that's just like how we speak. So we don't get bothered too much about that anymore.
Sure. What is the trait you deplore in others?
I would say when someone is not humble, humility. I think that's one of the big values that I would love to always keep in play as well for myself. Always be humble and know that you're just a small piece in a whole universe, right? So I think that's one thing that I always also look out for people. Yeah.
Okay. Good.
For me, it's like I understand people would have different circumstances, but I think I feel kind of like bad also for them is like when they self-pity, like in certain situations, like you could actually get out of bad situations or you can actually attain that, but you allow yourself to be lazy, or maybe you allow certain circumstances to dictate your outcome. Maybe you weren't lucky enough to born into like a good family, so it's naturally it's much harder life. But then like I've seen people like that allow those things to just dictate their lives, and then they will complain about it. Like if you don't complain about it, that means you're okay with it, then that's totally fine. But I see people like complain a lot from such circumstances that they think they can't change, but actually it's up to them to decide. So I mean, it's good for them as well if they could, get out of that seat and just look at things a bit different. So I think that's one thing that I deplore about. Yeah.
Okay.
Potentially.
Right. Thank you. What living person do you most admire?
I would say it's my father. From the stories that he told us, he came from a very poor family at Kedah, Malaysia.
Okay. Yeah.
And he did not know any language. Not any English. He only spoke Mandarin, Hokkien, the dialect. And he also got told from his teachers you're no good, you're no study. But today he's a first class honors civil engineer, graduated from University of Surrey in UK. And the life that he led during that period, it's crazy because he went to the UK by himself. No little English. Had to work like no friends. It was like so tough. I mean, like very few people could do that in our age currently.
True.
And he had to work like super long hours, slept like 4 hours a day to study, to pay for his own college fees, tuition fees. And at the same time, being able to study, getting a first class honors. Then later on, he also had a lot of huge accomplishment in the companies that he worked in, previous company like Bovis, and then so like when I look at it, it's like it's crazy. It requires so much grit and determination. So I was like thinking like not to let like any like good circumstances to prevent ourselves from working hard, like how our father did. So that I would say he's a very impressive person to me.
Nice story.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yep. Definitely, my father is also one of the most admired person for myself. If we were to choose someone that is not in the family, I think one of the most respectable entrepreneurs is actually the founder of 99 Speed Mart.
Mm-hmm.
So, Mr. Lee, I think from a family background standpoint, he wasn't from a very wealthy family background, right? And he is also disabled when he started his business. So the fact that he's now able to run and create one of the largest retail chains in Malaysia and the top in Southeast Asia, I think that really shows that if you dream of it and if you have the desire, you have the grit to actually carry it out, you can actually create something very, very meaningful. Because I think a lot of people were in way better condition financially, physically than Mr. Lee. But he was still able to, outcompete competitors, build a business that is just so tough. Like retail business is so tough, one of the toughest business. So I think in terms of entrepreneurs wise, definitely one of the most respected top of my list. Yeah.
Nice. Thank you. What is your greatest extravagance?
In terms of like desires?
Extravagance as in indulgence. Yes, something you indulge into can be very different from the business side of things.
Personal things.
So, microphone.
Okay. Like materialistic stuff wise, like again, like previously, I would like indulge into like materialistic stuff. I mean, to some level, you would admire like indulge some level of materialistic stuff. But I think it's like the ability to provide maybe for the family, like a good experience for the family, like a trip to perhaps Switzerland, to France, such experience that they weren't able to go. I mean, like have not been to, and so it's like I would say like such experience would be like being able to provide for the family probably. Yeah.
So at this point of time, we have not much capabilities to actually splurge on things like that. So I guess right now, not much, right? A lot of the money we just invest it responsibly into the business or outside the business, in the stock market and things like that. Not spending much. Like as Joel mentioned, we have shifted the mindset before while we were still students, a bit more materialistic. Now that we know how hard business is, how hard it is to actually make anything succeed in real life, we learn to appreciate some other things. So I guess would be the same for me as well. Spending quality time with my loved ones, family, friends. Yeah, that would be something I would say top of the list. Yeah.
But I would say if it's something like I would say tech, like I'm a digger for tech. I think we both are digger for tech. It's like cool tech stuff. Like for instance, like the new VR headsets, and also like the latest technology, like computing device, the MacBook, stuff like that. These are stuff that me personally, I would be more willing to spend on compared to like other stuff, like tech stuff.
Yeah.
In particular.
Yeah.
So that's the part that I like. It doesn't require so much convincing. If it's good, I'll get
take it. Yeah,
I'll take it because I enjoy the tech.
I understand.
Yeah. So technology.
For me, I have one. Yeah. So while I'm not buying anything, but watches, I like watches a lot. Yeah, I think they have some sentimental value. It's something that you can pass down, and it's something that you can admire as well. So yeah, watches. I think that's if I were to choose an item.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. What is your current state of mind?
Right now, it's fully about making the startup work. Right now, since launching business, we went through different stages, and we are also constantly expanding the business. So there's a lot of things that we are still always learning along the journey, and it's a lot of like, putting our head down, talking to clients, talking to our partners, trying to see what's the thing that makes it click. So right now it's all about doing the work to understand what really works, and make it basically bring value to our partners. Yeah. So I think that's on the business right now.
Okay.
Yeah, not much non-business related.
I see
stuff.
that. Yeah. Full entrepreneur.
Yeah, it's similar to that, but maybe on a personal level. Like we're also like about the age that okay, like maybe we're about to like get married, stuff like that. We both have a girlfriend ourselves also, so parents sometimes also ask like, oh, so like how things, so that like naturally there's a pressure that
Yes.
builds inside. Oh, now okay, because like having a commitment is super tough for startup founders. So I have like super huge respect for those founders that already have a family, children growing. So it's like yeah, I would say like there's a pressure building up. Like you gotta really get things done.
I hear it a lot, I must say, around
Yeah.
with the entrepreneurs, founders, same kind of age,
Yeah.
20 or early 30s.
Yes. So
Very
it's like,
Asian.
Yeah. So that's like okay, you gotta show some result. You gotta actually
Yes.
ask the it might affect the mental state of it. So I would say
I understand.
at that stage now. Yeah.
Okay. What do you consider the most overrated virtue?
Wow, this is a really interesting question.
It is, huh?
Most overrated. Most overrated person. Okay. Maybe one thing. I would say hard work. Right. I think every hard work is for sure, but I feel like just hard work alone might not be the thing that would take you to the next level. I think a lot of things are like also working smart, thinking of shortcuts, because actually a lot of the amazing businesses that were born today were people that were just looking for a shortcut to do things, make things more easy. So I think just hard work alone wouldn't do much, but knowing the right thing to do, I think that's another good thing. And it's a lot about not giving up as well. You can be hardworking, but if once the moment you face a challenge and you give up and you start working hard also on another thing, not with the same direction, then that defeats the whole purpose. So someone can be working hard his whole life, but just keep on changing, then that actually doesn't help you get to the finish line, right?
True.
So I think, yeah, a lot comes more than just hardworking itself. Yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah, indeed. Yeah. Indeed. Now you're saying it.
I mean, I wanted to talk about the hard work thing because I also personally feel that that's something that people got to be careful about as well. Although it's a good value to have, maybe something about but I'm not too sure whether it's right to say that. But it's just it's not really about, okay, so like it's something to do with like work-life balance-ish. Like a lot of people start talking about like being able to have like a balanced life, or maybe a lot of people, or especially youths, like prioritize like having a balanced life, or in that sense, like I would say like naturally people who are more eager are willing to forego, like there's like sacrifices needs to be made in order for you to like achieve big things. I think that's like part of the whole journey.
Yes.
So like if people over prioritize like having a good life while you're trying to like at the same time you can still achieve something great, I think that's just like quite far stretched in a lot of cases. So I would say like maybe the focus is actually about like I think what matters is actually working on the things that actually matters, and one day you would be able to have like that good life balance. But it's not like since day one you should always strive for like work life balance, because I mean definitely like people who do not value work life balance is gonna outcompete you if like they really want to put in, and eventually they're gonna have like a really good work life balance when they are at a later stage. So I think this is like something that I would say about like.
Okay. Good.
On what occasion do you lie?
Which occasion do I lie? I mean, white lies. You have this.
Yeah, I think I was.
Yeah, I mean, it's only right if it's a white lie. I mean, if it's
It's
you know,
not necessarily like the big ones, you know, as in
not-
I'm getting into big trouble here.
yeah. Okay, I mean, like, okay, for some occasions, for instance, I know that this person, for instance, okay, not willing to do something, but I know it's probably good for this person to do it. So I would lie on like certain part, like, you know, just to make this person do it. Sometimes it's like maybe like for a kid's example, like they would say like, yeah, I don't want to eat veggie or whatever. Like then we would say like, yeah, just wrap it around the meat. Yeah, there's no veggie inside, right? But then it's good for them.
Yes.
So I would say this type of lie is good.
Right.
Like,
I was thinking of kids as well.
yeah, kids.
Yeah. So other than that, maybe an occasion where if I know if I lie, it would lead to a positive outcome. It might be lying against a bad actor, a bad person, you know, or a cheater itself, right? So I think in that scenario, I think lying probably, you know, fight fire with fire. Or if I know that if the consequences of me lying wouldn't result in a very dire situation. I think that's sometimes, because as entrepreneurs, sometimes this type of scenarios are like necessary. I think a lot of times, a lot of stories as well, fake it till you make it, right? So yeah, it might be necessary as part of to kickstart, right? To get yourself on the journey. Yeah. So yes, in those scenarios.
Okay. All right. What do you most dislike about your appearance?
Appearance. I would say probably, I think quite obvious is our height, I would say. Yeah. So I think that's, if we were to nitpick, even though I love who I am, I love myself, appreciate what our parents have gave us, but yeah, I think the only thing
The height.
Height maybe.
I would say like I smirk sometimes. Like some people call it like a resting bee face.
Okay.
So it's like if like sometimes it's just like if I'm not doing anything, then I might look something like that. Or sometimes in the video, I might look like I'm kind of like kind of mad about something sometimes, but I'm just like in deep thought sometimes. So I would say, yeah, sometimes it just rubs people off the wrong way.
Okay, understand.
Yeah, it's more about that. I would say. Yeah.
Okay, good. Which living person do you most despise? And please, no name.
I guess definitely one of the most I would say maybe when a person tries to act like they are an important person or someone with a lot of experience when they don't really have like the experience, right? So people can tell whether or not this is legitimate, whether this person really has all the experience, whether or not this person really knows what they are talking about. But yeah, I think when we deal with a lot of business people, sometimes we come across a lot of this type of people where they present themselves as someone capable, they have a lot of experience, but when you dig deeper, it's like, wait, actually, it's you have not what you say you are, right? So yeah, I think those maybe are the people that I might dislike. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Similar to myself, basically people who act like they know, like telling people to do stuff that they don't actually know how to do. It's like a lot of people, like maybe they're at certain positions, maybe due to the nature of like just what do you like, career increment or stuff like that. They climb the ladder and then they actually don't know stuff, but they are telling you stuff like that as if like they actually know it. And then it's like, we can actually catch you like, that doesn't make sense at all, what you're trying to tell us. And yeah, I would just say those type of people. Yeah.
Okay. What is the quality you most like in a man?
Yeah, I would say I find those men that who are chivalry are very attractive, I would say. Yeah.
Very spot on for the Proust questionnaire.
Yeah. I would say that's it. And also like being able to very intellectual. I would say this too. Very intellectual. You know your stuff. Yeah, this too. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I would say humility as well. A lot of the people, entrepreneurs I respect, they are all very humble people.
True.
So I feel like that's one of the character personalities I always look out for. I know if someone's like, humble, it's not easy to be humble, especially when you've achieved so much. So I think those are the people that I respect the most. Yeah.
Okay. What is the quality you most like in a woman?
I would say for me, to the same. It's the same as well. Humility.
Okay.
I think that
No gender.
No gender. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think But
All right.
yeah, maybe Joel, gender specific wise.
Gender specific wise, yeah, I mean, I would say kindness. I would imagine like women to be more kind, like statistically speaking, for men as well.
Yeah, like more maternal. That's
yes.
the maternal side you mean. Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, I would say very kind, very polite. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Which words or phrases do you most overuse?
That's a good one. I need to ask him. Do I have any thing like that?
Turn the mic.
I mean, he used to have like I'm trying to recall. Like specific things, specific phrases.
Yeah, I have one.
Okay. In that case, turn the mic and then go.
So one thing I would catch myself doing a lot is sometimes I don't want to come across too strong-minded. So I would be a bit, I would say less commanding. So
Right.
I would try to use words that are like, maybe we should do this instead of do this.
I so relate.
Yeah.
I think the same because I've been told by the past a lot that I was too bossy, too too direct.
Ah, okay.
Maybe bossy is not that too direct, though I can be
see.
bossy if you ask my kids. But yes, I see what you say. So purposely, I see myself doing that exercise when I want to say something with some people. I know I'm observing myself doing it somehow, like, okay, more diplomatic. And still when I'm doing that, people think it's too direct. So, so I can relate to what you're saying.
Yeah. Because I don't want to come across, because again, like humility is always one of the biggest. So I don't want to go against my personal values. So I always try to go, okay. And I tend to go towards the direction. I'll say things and I will leave it up to you. But sometimes it's bad for leadership as well, because sometimes people want more clarity. They want to know, okay, so what do you want me to do? So I think that's something that I would need to work on as well. Yeah.
Understand.
More direct.
Okay.
Um,
So the word or sentence that you would be abusive of.
I can't really recall anything as of, I mean, do I have?
He doesn't.
No.
Yeah, I don't think so. Maybe. Okay, maybe like a gesture. Does a gesture?
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
Like a gesture. I would do a lot of this. Like
Okay.
especially I'm thinking outside. I would do like sometimes if like I'm outside, people are thinking. Then I would like just like just like yeah, just like cover up my mouth a bit.
Right.
When I was thinking. Yeah, I would do that a lot. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's more towards like maybe like body language. When I'm like maybe when I'm trying to be like more careful around like maybe certain people. For business wise, maybe like very high ranking people, investors, but at family wise, maybe at my girlfriend's place in the beginning.
Yes.
So I would like I would like just like be quite stiff, and my hands would be like at the back here. Yeah, so I would just keep doing that. So my girlfriend was like, "You look like an old man. Like, what are you doing? Like, why do you keep doing that?" So yeah, I would say that gesture.
Okay,
Yeah,
the gestures. Okay, that counts. All right. What or who is the greatest love of your life?
I would say now it's definitely my parents. There's so much I need to thank them for. All of what we have today is all by them as well. And they have given us a lot of assistance so that in our entrepreneurial journey, we are fortunate enough to also not stress about a lot of the other stuff, right? I think some of the other fellow entrepreneurs, they have to worry about a lot of many other things.
Sure.
So I would say, yeah, because not just personal life, but even on our business itself, they're giving us advice, helping us on things that makes life easier. Yeah. So
Nice.
yeah, that would be it.
Yep. Absolutely the same. No doubt. Yeah. Same.
So big love for the parents.
Yes.
Where or when were you the most happy?
Up to this point.
Yes. Young life, but still.
Happiest wise, I think don't have that peak moment yet. I think there's a lot of mini peaks of happiness.
Sure.
But a lot of the happiness comes when I would say I guess two things. One is when we were able to achieve the goal that we set out to achieve together. It might be raising a round, raising an investment, closing a client, because right now business is life. So
Sure.
whatever happens, succeed in business translates to happiness to myself as well. And second is when we're able to help out people that we love. We know that we actually helped like our sister. She was moving her house, and then she needed a lot of help. So we helped her, and it was happy for us to see that she was, I would say, happy with how the house turned out as well. We were very happy to be able to contribute to that success as well. So I think, yeah, two things. Yeah.
Nice.
Happy. Yeah. Yeah. I think it's also like a few peaks. It's tough to pick one. But like maybe if like a few major moments would be okay, the first time that we are able to buy family dinner, like when we got ourselves paid. It wasn't too fancy because we didn't earn a lot, because like as startup founders we paid ourselves peanuts in the beginning, no money at all. But when we did get that, okay, like it was quite nice that we were able to pay dinner for our family. And the first time I received the salary check as an intern. So I was like, oh, so this is how it goes. Like I got a check, receipt, and then it's like, oh.
Even if it's small, but
yeah,
it's a check,
small.
yeah?
It's like it's under $1,000, and I was like thinking, like, still though, like interesting. Like it was good. Because I quite enjoyed my time as an intern, because I fortunately was able to work on a lot of good stuff, and a lot of those actually contributed to my skills required for running the business now. And yeah, and then like good times with the family, stuff like that. Yeah, I would say mainly it's like these two things. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Which talent would you most like to have?
I would say having exceptionally good memory. I think that is something that I'm trying to work on. I feel like I'm not like, dementia or something like that, but I tend to forget things quite often. So I really hope that I could have better memory. Yeah.
If you find a framework, please share it. My memory has been like so bad, like since quite a lot of time. I would love to hear about it as well.
Yeah. Yeah, you learn faster. Everything's just works better. Yeah.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah.
And for myself, talent, like a skill.
Yeah.
I mean, as of the moment, technical wise, I would love to have the ability to code.
Okay.
Because we're in the tech space. Because like being founders, there's a lot of demands, a lot of things that you want this to be at specifically this way. You have a lot of ideas that you want to just work on. And like in a way, most founders are perfectionists in the sense they want to see things like go exactly how they want it to be. So being able to code at this point of time is like being able to create like the power to create essentially. Being know how to code, you can essentially turn whatever you're thinking of into like reality.
Yeah.
So technically speaking, coding is a skill that I would really love to have. And maybe on a more social level, it's like the ability to connect with everybody, like just instant. Not like some people would find it hard because like there's quite a few big traits. Like there's one book like Surrounded by Idiots. that book, it mentioned about like there's like the yellow personality, blue, green, and then there's red. I'm more of a blue type of person where I'm more calculative, analytical, and at some point like you might be too maybe analytical, calculative, that you miss out like on a social level, person to person touch connection. So being able to be more like quickly adapt to be more being able to be more humorous maybe in social settings would be a good skill to have, I would say. Makes
All right.
people around you feel good, I would say. Maybe, yeah, I would say that.
Okay. Thank you. If you would change one thing in yourself, what would it be?
Oh, it's a lot of things that we would I like to change for myself, like improve on. Yeah, I guess maybe one thing I think it's applied for this. It affected personal and then also business side as well, which is the ability to maybe, I would say, work on more things at once, or the ability to, I have no idea. I also don't know what's the exact problem, but it's like right now, sometimes when I work on business too much, I tend to ignore, personal stuff. So I might not show enough appreciation and love to my family, to my significant other. Then that causes something, right? And then if I focus too much here, then business wise, so I wish I could have the ability to do more things at once and also excel together. But that's a big ask. Like everyone wants to have that. I'm not sure what is causing that. Maybe being able to be more organized, having the ability to know, okay, I should work on this and work on that, and have the mindset to flow between two different states more fluently, I guess. Yeah. I think that's something I wish I could do better.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm reading a sci-fi book right now on the subject.
Oh.
And so the answer is about having a chip somehow that lets you multitask, like you're saying.
That would be
like
cool.
not giving up.
Neuralink.
Yeah. So I'm just at the beginning. I'm not sure how cool it is until the end. Seems that there will be some trouble here, but just the idea is kind of nice because I understand what you're saying.
For me personally, like the trait to improve, right?
Or change, which can be different.
It can be changed. The ability to like maybe one thing is to be able to look further, instead of like focusing on like the details, like to be more daring, I would say. Maybe to be more daring to do things, to have the courage to do more like risky stuff, daring things, I would say. Yeah, especially in business, taking more risky decisions.
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Which go with the calculative personality, right? Okay. Now, what do you consider your greatest achievement?
Greatest achievement. I would say we have not achieved anything great yet as of this moment. So there's nothing that, at least personally, I can be very, very proud of. But I would say being able to start something and turn an idea that we had from as a university student into an idea that now people are actually using and people are finding value in. I think that is, I would say, one of the achievements that we're able to, I would say, be happy to share. Yeah. So building something that people actually use and like, and beneficial to society. I think that's something that we would be proud of. Yeah. Even though not much yet. Yeah. And maybe one more thing, maybe he might want to say, so I might be taking too many things of him, but
Sure.
The ability to be flexible and actually just, pivot. Yeah, I think, that has contributed definitely to our journey so far.
Yeah, it's similar also like it's like the being able to like turn like the idea into something that's actually currently being used by people, and businesses actually also see value in the solution. And I would say like probably the first time that we made our first 100K, That was quite good. Although actually now thinking back, we didn't really like think like, oh, this is the first 100K that we made. And then like then later on we like few 100K again, and then it's like you would just keep thinking about more, and then you start thinking about, yeah, we made that money, but then like, is this sustainable? How are we going to be profitable at one point? So you end up don't really celebrate those moments. But now I think back, like maybe it was quite, maybe it's quite something quite decent, I would say. Maybe for maybe you could have a small celebration about Zex. I would say I would say that. Yeah.
Okay. First 100K.
First
Yeah,
100K.
indeed. That is a milestone somehow. But I appreciate that for you. It's just the beginning, and then it's straight away other questions behind. So.
Yes. So I don't really think much.
If you were to die and come back as a thing or a person, what would it be?
Person or a thing? So, I think one of the things that, or one value that I always personally have is to not always be jealous or envious of others. I want to be appreciative of who I am as a person and appreciate of what has been given to me. So I would say if I were to die, I would hope that I could, do the same thing again. So come back to the same family and have the same person. Because I think how we start is not important, but how we end. So I feel like coming to the same people, same circumstances, and then along the way we learn to change and then to evolve to the people that we really want to be. So I guess I think definitely how you start off as a person don't really matter much. I think I would say personally. So,
right.
Yeah. Yep, same. I also wouldn't choose I wouldn't choose to be someone else. Because I think we are the one that shapes ourselves eventually. So, but other than that, is like an item. The part that I just thought of like immediately was like clouds. So it's like just like freely just there, just minding your own business, and then just like go wherever you want. It's like just like very chill, kind of things. Like so, object wise, maybe like a cloud. I would say.
Okay, that's nice.
Like a cloud.
Okay.
Where would you like most to live?
So just the place and not who we're living with.
Just the
right?
place.
Just the place, right? So personally, I'm a very active person. So I like to do a lot of sports. So definitely a place where there's a lot of opportunity to do outdoor things and do a lot of sports. I think that is the ideal. Yeah, I think that's the fun thing about it as well. Yeah. Too quiet places that are too quiet, that's actually not my cup of tea. So I prefer that's activities.
Busyness.
Yeah.
Understand.
Yeah, same. I would say not city center, but maybe just like around the city area, outside, that's a bit more peaceful place that has seasons in it. Because Malaysia. Yeah.
So not Malaysia, right?
Yeah, Malaysia. I mean, Malaysia is good in its own sense. But like, I would love to try out like countries with seasons, like have a long-term stay.
Yes.
So it's like you can experience cold and then like hot.
Sure.
I would say places with seasons and it's close to city, but not too close. No, not to city center because it gets too busy. You get too hectic there. Yeah.
Okay. Right.
What is your most treasured possession?
Most treasured possession. Does it have to be an object?
No, not necessarily.
Okay. Possession.
I mean, for me, I would say it's like the relationship with my parents. Yeah, that I mean, much to be grateful for what we have, and then like the support. So I would say the relationship, like the fact that we're in this family, very much grateful for. Yeah.
Nice.
Not really sure. Most appreciating. Definitely, other than the relationship wise. Not really sure. Yeah, I mean, definitely what he said is what, but say another thing.
It's hard to compete, I must say.
Yeah, it's like possession wise. Yeah, I'm not really sure because at this point of time we're still so early on in our life.
Yes.
There's not much we possess as well. So I guess the mindset, I would say maybe the mindset to just get our hands dirty and keep on learning and Yeah, I think, yeah.
That is your,
mindset comes- yeah.
That's a very valid answer.
Yeah.
All right. What do you regard as the lowest depth of misery?
Oh, I think one immediately is when you're just by yourself. I think that some people are okay, but I think for me, I prefer to be around, or still have the people I love together. Yeah. So the thought of me losing all of my loved one, my friends and family, I think that's quite sad. Yeah.
Right.
Yep. Also same, and just to add on that, maybe it's like the moment that you see your loved ones go away, but you're the only one left. So
Yes.
that moment is the very tough part to go through, I would say. Yeah, that's that part. Yeah.
True. What is your favorite occupation?
Oh, entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur?
Yeah. That's for sure.
Yeah, same. Yeah, if that could be treated as an occupation, yes, I would say.
I think so.
Okay, yeah, entrepreneurs then.
Okay. What is your most marked characteristic?
Oh, I think a lot of my friends and family always say something. It's like Joshua always likes to challenge. Yeah, so I think that's something that I always get. Not just it's not about business, but it's like personal life. Like if we're going on a trip, or sometimes go do a little bit risky, stupid stuff. It's like you say it's not possible. Okay, I show you a challenge. Yeah,
okay.
so that's like my personality. Yeah,
Daring.
yeah, a bit challenging. Yeah.
For me, it's like the ability to pick up stuff quick. So maybe it's like could be like drastically different skill set. Maybe something on a creative side and something more analytical side. That I could also pick up like fairly quickly. I would say maybe the companies that I used to work for, and then like people surrounding me as well. Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, that's something that yeah.
Okay. Good. What do you value most in your friends?
Honesty.
I would say caring. This one person. Caring.
Okay. Who are your favorite writers?
Writers wise, like books.
Yes.
One of my favorite books I read by Van Horowitz, The Hard Things About Hard Things. I think that is one of the best books that I've ever read. It kind of tells you a bit about entrepreneurship and that you're not alone. Like even successful and super intelligent people like them also go through like tough times. And so it shows you need grit. So I think one of the best books ever. And he wrote it in a way that's quite engaging. He involved rappers, putting their lyrics as quotes. Yeah. So I think it was quite a very nice read. Yeah.
Okay.
As for me, I mean, there's one guy that I really like, Ray Dalio. The Changing World Order Principles. His books are like really, really technical, and because I love economics, we are economics and finance background,
Right.
So eventually, like my interest grows towards economics and finance. And the way like how he wrote his books is like he would have like he know that this is a very heavy topic, and for non-technical people it's going to be hard to understand. He would have like certain points that he highlight out like in red points that's easy for people to just catch it if you don't want to read the whole book. In a sense, how he structured the book, I think it's very mindful, very considerate of the reader's side. And then on the maybe less technical stuff, right now I'm currently reading a book called Sapiens by Yuval.
I know it, yes.
It is so interesting.
It is, right?
It is very, very
You
interesting.
should start the Homo Deus after
Homo
that.
Deus first, and then Sapiens.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's same author, same
Same of
kind of.
this.
So it goes back to the first author you were naming, where he has this ability to break down really complicated
Yes,
things
yes.
into a very simple narrative for everyone to
Yes,
understand, and it's even
so
like a fiction somehow.
yes, like a fiction. I felt like it's like a storybook. It's like
Yes,
wow,
yes.
and like I basically opened my eyes to like how much we actually like don't know how we got to our stage currently.
True.
Like how we used to be back then, and then
True.
eventually through evolution, and took millions of years because it wouldn't have happened quickly unless if it's like some genetic fluke or something like that.
True.
So yeah, I would say these two writers, really, really good writers.
I understand why. Who is your hero of fiction?
I would say Iron Man.
Okay, yeah.
Robert Downey Jr. Yeah, yeah. I would say he's one of I would say my favorite characters in movie. His how he carries himself, confidence. He also, he likes to use humor a lot. He's smart. Sometimes might be a little bit douchey, but I guess it's like how overall he is. Say thinks far, and he's always there to help out. His group. Yeah, and he's very dependable. I think that's one of the characters. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. For me, it's like one of like the mythical beings in the Chinese culture.
Okay.
It's considered, I wouldn't actually call it a god, but it's like in Mandarin we call it like Nila Pusa. So it's like basically this entity that's in charge of happiness.
Okay.
And then we have one really huge statue at our home made of wood, and it's like every time I see it's like it's a fat dude with long ears, very
yes,
very
yes, I see.
And because every time I see the guy, it reminds me that you should be happy, and there's you can make yourself happy. It's not always like how things are, and then it's like when I think like, yeah, in life, actually, maybe the thing that actually matters most is just happiness. Like to everyone owns own definition. So yeah, I would say it's that being
Nice one.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I can figure out what is this usual character that I can see in the Chinese culture.
Yes.
It's a real one. I mean, real
Yeah.
god or semi-god, but it's coming from somewhere. Okay. Which historical figure do you most identify with?
Like people that I resonate with is quite hard to think of. But then if it's like maybe historical figures that I admire, there's definitely a few. Like Lee Kuan Yew is one of the guys that we respect. Like as turning Singapore into such a one amazing country as it is today. And then maybe also this Chinese emperor, Qin Shi Huang. He's the guy that united a lot of the different regions of China into a single region. And then basically he was very cruel, but I think what he did was essential for China to be united and to be like strong, or any nation for essentially like basically shows that sacrifices needs to be made. Although people might argue a lot about it's a very slippery slope, this such topic. But yeah, I would say maybe these two here.
All right.
I guess the only few historical individuals that came across my mind, and the one that I would say I most respect is Confucius. I think many people also still until today follow his learnings, or rather the things that he identify as what it takes to be a good human being. So I think that is definitely one that my father quotes a lot as well.
Okay. Interesting.
A lot of their quotes. So yeah, I feel like his teachings are, it's not so much religious, but it's about how to be a good person.
Yeah.
So I think that's something that I value as well. It's not so much about what you believe in. It's like, at the end of the day, you have to be a good human being.
Yes.
Benefit those around. Yep.
All right. Who are your heroes in real life?
My father is definitely one. Yeah. It's like it's I think the first one. I'm not sure if you have.
Same.
Yeah. I would say let's just skip it.
Okay.
Yeah, my father.
That resonates with past questions, so
Yeah.
I would expect that. What are your favorite names?
Favorite names. Oh, I like my name, even though it's a bit common, but I think it's a good name.
Is it the birth name? Because from Chinese background, you have another one behind Joshua, I guess.
Yes. I would say both actually. That's good pointing out. The English name Joshua, I think I like it. My Chinese name, it's called Ling Yifan. It's actually about being easy to be peaceful.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
Nice.
the meaning of the name. So yeah, I think it's good because sometimes, especially with the personality, I think I'm more like red type of.
Yes.
There's a bit more rush. hate it. So yeah, I need to be a bit more peaceful sometimes. Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, a reminder, a reminder.
Yeah, I would say pretty like my name as well. It sounds it was like because I grew used to it and maybe other than that like really cool name would be but we actually gave that I gave that name to one of our cats, Hunter.
Hunter. Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I like the whole like very
Yes.
like vibe. So I and eventually we gave our cat Hunter. One of our cats.
For a
named
cat, it
Hunter.
makes quite some sense.
Yes,
I must
yes,
say.
yes,
You know, my
indeed.
third kid and latest kid is called Orion.
Orion, that's cool
And
name.
Orion is somehow a hunter as
Yes,
well.
yes.
So sometimes I'm thinking, I should maybe have refrained on this one and maybe thought about something like peace,
Oh
rather
yeah,
than
everything was so
hunting
chaotic.
skills. Yeah. So it might determine somehow who you become. I'm not sure, but
Yes.
so hunter. Okay. What is it that you most dislike?
Oh, I would say I don't want to put it this way, but maybe laziness. Yeah, I think that's something that I dislike a lot because I think everyone can achieve something and can actually contribute positively. So I feel like lazy is like just someone giving up on life. Yeah, you can be great at something, but you might be lazy to improve on yourself. I feel like that's just going to be a downfall, even though you're super great, but you're lazy on improving yourself, trying to always learn new things. And then it's not just bad for you, but bad to those around you as well. So yeah laziness, I'd say.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say like laziness as well. Laziness and then just finding excuses. I would say that's those two.
Okay. What is your greatest regret?
Business wise, is like we spend too much money on the first app. We spend way too much time and money on the first iteration that ends up nobody used that. I mean, very few people use it, and we realized like, yeah, we had to change that, skip that. Like that's before we actually truly understood what being lean means, and break things fast. And so I would say that's the part that I quite regret in a business settings.
Okay.
Yep, I guess in terms of business wise, that was one of the biggest challenge because whatever we're doing right now, we are also learning from that experience as well. One of the biggest learnings. I guess regret wise, maybe if coming back to personal life, I would say maybe starting to invest earlier on. Coming from finance background, we know the power of compounding. So, if we were, I would say, or maybe in starting investing earlier with the right strategy and right mindset. Yeah, I think that one of the biggest regret. Well, we got into investment, but we did it wrong, the wrong way initially. So yeah, has been one of the greatest regret. Yeah.
Okay. How would you like to die?
Or maybe die. Definitely something not too cruel, right?
Yes.
Peacefully.
Yes.
But I think more importantly is what the people in my funeral would say.
Okay.
Right? I would hope that when I die, the people that are in my funeral would be appreciated and would be able to say that I was able to help them out in their life and contribute something positive. And that's something that I hope to be achieved, to be able to achieve. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, same. I would like to die as an individual that has contributed to society. Maybe it doesn't have to be significant, but if it's a significant help, it will be a great pleasure to live such a life and positive changes, I would say. So yeah, that is someone like
Makes
that.
sense for the type of business you are in. Indeed. What is your motto?
Like just do it. I think that really, because a lot of I would say even like my friends and then my significant other tends to maybe aim too much for perfection, or they're a bit feared to just test out. So maybe it's like just do it, small amount as well, learn from it. Make sure you learn something. Don't just repeat the same thing, but yeah, like just go ahead and do it. Yeah, sometimes if overthinking kills. Yeah.
For me wise, it's like I'm trying to translate that from a Chinese saying into English. Basically what it means is don't just ask about the work, never ask about the result. So the meaning is like, just make sure that you put in the hard work and then don't focus yourself on the end point, because like a lot of the end point is about like what you're doing, having a good attitude, being hardworking, working on the right stuff. Those are the things that would eventually make you succeed, because a lot of distraction in life, I would say, especially with the social media, you have a lot of like distractions. Could be like influence, like false expectations that people would get. So just ask yourself about the process and not the result, I would say.
This episode is also sponsored by Hippies, and I want to thank you for supporting this show. Hippies is the go-to talent partner for scaling up startups in Malaysia and across Southeast Asia. Whether you're building your first tech team or recruiting that game-changing head of growth, Hippies gets it done. They're not your typical recruiters. They are builders themselves, backed by real industry experience and a strong regional presence in Malaysia, Singapore, and Indonesia. Hippies Tribe is fast, sharp, and human. They don't just fill roles. They help you build momentum. And if you're a candidate listening, trust me, they will help you find a role that feels right, not just one that looks good on paper. This is what I really value in Hippies. They come from the field, from the real startup ecosystem. They too know what building a startup or working in that fast-paced and demanding environment means. Like they say, Hippies is for the bold, by the bold. So check them out on hippies.com or drop them a DM on LinkedIn.
So now, can you introduce your organization in a 1-minute elevator pitch?
Well, it's been a long time since we did an elevator pitch. But I would say here at Buzz, what we do is we work with brands and retailers. We help them capture consumer data. We help them understand who their customers are with those data, and we help them on their sales and marketing. So what it looks like is basically today we live in a world where there's a lot of data going on, but brands are still not able to actually, capture those data, turn them into useful insights. So what we're trying to do is basically create a platform where with all the captured data, we can allow brands to do personalized promotions. So allowing brands to engage with their customers on a one-on-one basis. So not one size fits all. It's more targeted. It's more efficient use of their funds. And then it's also a higher return for the marketing. So that's what we do with Buzz. But we started off as a different entity, Beebag. I think you're also familiar with Beebag.
Sure.
In that business, we started off as an impact startup. We wanted to reduce plastic pollution. And one of the, I would say, value proposition was that I would say, also by saving the environment, we also were benefiting businesses by giving them more footfall to their stores, more consumer data as well, insights, because it has to be balanced. Because we are, at the end of the day, not an NGO. And basically from there, we started to evolve into, what Buzz is today, because we had to be more financially sustainable. Yeah, so that's how we pivoted. Yeah.
So you have pivoted.
Yes, correct. We have pivoted,
Okay.
yeah.
And so you're not using the vehicle of bags, retail bags, shopping bags anymore to do that job of data analysis and all. That was the previous.
Yes, still part of it. Right now, it's called Buzz Loop. So if you go to our website, there will be Buzz, which is the more data analytical, and then there's Buzz Loop, where we still work with government agencies and also corporates to work on the smart bags and smart reusables.
Understand.
In fact, while we have pivoted, we're still also still doing business in this sense. Like we also recently introduced like a smart bottles and cups that basically also help people cultivate the habit of bringing their own reusables for coffee, because now the coffee trend is like huge,
sure.
And a lot of single-use wastage as well.
True.
So that's also something.
So you have pivoted, but still kept that very first side of the business.
Yes, the sustainable side that we hold very closely with. So that's still part of the
impact that you were talking
we want to
about.
create. Yes.
Okay. Why are you on Earth for?
Ooh,
That is deep.
very deep.
So it's your vision for this company, especially you have pivoted.
Yeah. I would say the North Star is to make more efficient use of marketing funds. I think at this point with the more data-centric mission, today we see the current advertising landscape as highly inefficient, and it's a rigged game where not so much the business win and not so much the customers win, but it's the platform who are capturing most of the data, capturing most of the value. So platforms like social media, like Google, Facebook, they're multi-trillion companies, and they take everything. But for the business side, yes, they get sales, but even if they don't get anything for their business, sometimes they still have to pay the money to the platforms. On the other hand, the consumers, they just get busted with ads. So we feel like this is not really an efficient model or a win-win model. So we're trying to create I would say, a dynamic where the consumers and the brands actually are more in charge and they actually get more value. Yeah. So yeah, that's what we are trying to set out. There's multiple ways to do it, and data is the enabler of this thing to happen. Yeah.
All right. What people do you want to resonate with?
For business side, it would be on the platforms who have user base that we can integrate with, and on the consumer side is people who are looking for saving opportunities. Because essentially, like, to summarize what Joshua mentioned, is basically turning like potentially wasted or maybe inefficient spend on funds to saving opportunities for shoppers, which are like the direct customers of the brands. So brands as in like the FMCG brands, restaurant brands, businesses, retailers. So essentially, yeah, I would say these two parties are the immediate stakeholders.
If I may add to like the personality type, for brands, we are looking for brands that are more, I would say, courageous, more innovative thinking, that wants to do something different. And then for publishers wise, they are also like in the same. So we want to reach out to people and connect with people that are always innovative, looking for new things to improve their solutions, right?
Okay. How different are you from your competitors?
So would say right now in Malaysia, Southeast Asia, there's not really a direct competitor to us, because what we're doing is, I would say, a subset of what, overall like the rewards or the data mindset. We are like in a very niche space at the moment, focusing on specific stakeholders, specific type of brands, and then specific type of purchases, which is more like offline and groceries. Yeah, so something like that is still not available in Malaysia. So that's why we're creating it here at Bus. Yeah.
Right. What do you promise to those people?
One, for business, better results and better use of your advertising marketing budget. For the shoppers, you guys are able to get more savings opportunity for trying out new products or being loyal to the brand that you like. Previously, you might get nothing, or even if you get, everyone gets the same thing. Is you don't feel special whatsoever. But with our solution, we're essentially trying to funnel more savings for the shoppers and the people who spend their hard-earned money on products, on the essential daily items.
Right. Okay. Any hot news to share with us?
Would say maybe exciting things that we are doing is, previously when we started Buzz, or when we pivoted from Beebag to Buzz, we were very much a B2C business. So we had our own consumer app. That was our way of engaging consumers, onboarding them, and then also onboarding customers, right? Retailers, brands. But recently we also expanded our business to doing more partnerships with other consumer apps that already have the user base, that are also looking for ways to further engage their customers, their users. So I think that's something that is exciting. So we're going from not just a B2C, but also to a B2B2C model. So hopefully that would enable us to actually reach a larger shopper base in Malaysia. And then it would allow us to also would say grow our business much more effectively and efficiently, without burning money. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And,
if you guys can find us at the website is www.getbuzz.co, and the website will show you the information that you guys want to be looking for, and socials is guestbud.co Instagram, so like and follow our stuff.
Very good. And yourself, I guess, on LinkedIn.
Myself, I forgot my actual username, but Joel Lim.
Joel Lim, yeah.
JoelLimYuan.
Yeah. Same as well, Joshua. So JoShuaLim, Lin YIEFAN fun. Joshua Lim fun.
We will put that in the comment on the socials. All right. That's a wrap. We have finished. Thank you.
It was a fun session.
Yeah, it was, right?
Yeah, it's quite a unique,
Interesting set of questions.
Very different.
It's very different, right?
Very different.
I love the Proust questionnaire for this reason.
It's called